Kogo News Time, 5:11.
A company in Virginia is in a little bit of legal trouble after being accused of selling untrained puppies and calling them service dogs. Some of the victims were charged as much as $25,000 for these dogs.
Joining us on the Kogo News Live line, Shannon Walker, an expert on service dogs. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good. So what did this company claim that these dogs specialized in?
Detecting diabetic dogs is what they were, to be able to detect low blood sugar in people with diabetes. But they were saying that a 3-month-old puppy they were selling for $25,000 as a service dog, and it's absolutely absurd to think that a 3-month-old puppy could be trained for anything in service work. The dogs don't even have development in their brain, let alone the ability for what it takes, in training of time and repetition and the hundreds and hundreds of hours it takes to teach a dog to task and serve and be able to navigate the public. It's just ridiculous. When I was reading this story and learning about the fraud that was being presented here to the people with disabilities, and it's so dangerous because these people are relying on these dogs to save their life and to help them be safe and to actually serve them in a very practical way, and it was just unbelievably ridiculous.
How common is this?
Well, misunderstanding and misinformation in the service dog industry is extremely common. Being able to sell a 3-month-old puppy for $25,000 as a service dog, I hope this is very isolated. Something like this that is so extreme. I have not. I've been in the industry. I've been a professional dog trainer for 24 years, and I've been in the industry training service dogs specifically for veterans with PTSD at Northwest Battle Buddies, which is my nonprofit that I founded. I've never heard anything of this extreme. I mean, there's a lot of fraud in the industry with fake service dogs, and there's a lot of confusion about emotional support dogs and therapy dogs and service dogs and what is the difference. But to have this level of fraud or, an organization taking advantage of the disabled, I haven't heard anything of this extreme.
So how can something like this be fixed? How do people not get ripped off?
Well, shows like this, number one, to help get people educated about what does happen in the service dog industry, teaching people how to vet organizations to where they are good organizations that do their due diligence to provide highly trained dogs that are professionally trained to task for the different disabilities that the people might be faced with. Just getting information like this and going to your computer and researching anybody that is looking for a service dog. They have to understand the reason that the price tag is what it is on service dogs. Now, us as a nonprofit, we provide these service dogs 100% free of charge to our veterans, to our American heroes that have PTSD and have been diagnosed with it. Our dogs themselves go through 7 months to 12 months of training before they even meet their handler, and the handlers go through 6 weeks of training 5 days a week in order to receive our dogs. And people that are out there in the industry and they are looking, they have to understand it takes hundreds of hours to train a legitimate service dog, and there just is no way to get around that. And so people, like I said, shows like this, getting educated, understanding that there's tremendous dedication in providing these animals with the ability to be able to navigate life invisibly without interfering with the public and actually be able to assist in these different disabilities that they are trained to task for and to assist.
Now, I know that the company that did this, they're called Service Dogs by Warren Retrievers, and again, they charged about $25,000 for these dogs that eventually would have put people in danger. Do these people have recourse? Are they going to get some of that money back?
Well, I would imagine that they would be able to. I mean, in my opinion, it would not be difficult to prove the case that tremendous fraud was taking place here. There's absolutely no possible way a 12-week-old puppy, a 3-month-old puppy, can assist as a service dog, as an actual service dog. There isn't. I mean, I think that they should be able to make that case no problem. And this kind of bringing awareness in the industry, like what you're show is doing and these stories are doing, it's just going to create accountability in all service dog organizations to make sure they are doing their due diligence. With the state laws, the individual laws that are coming down to acquire accountability, there are service dog laws on the books that if the public understood what their rights really were and they were able to reinforce those laws, if they were educated about them and they reinforced them, just even in the simple fact of kicking fake service dogs out of stores when they are unruly or disruptive. They have the rights to do that now, but people are so afraid, and industry and business owners are so afraid of being sued or being taken to court that, in general, nobody does anything. We're out there training our dogs every day, and we are encountering fake service dogs out in public, whether it's a puppy in this case or whether it's an adult dog. And if the laws in place were being reinforced, it would still help the industry.
All right, Shannon. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're out of time. We're a little over. Shannon Walker, thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it.
All right, thank you.